Welcome to the Diversity Connector podcast, where we explore the rich tapestry of human experiences. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the country on which we meet today. I would also like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging, and together as we dive into conversations that bridge cultures, challenge stereotypes, and celebrate the unique perspectives each of us brings to the table. Each episode is a journey through stories and insights from a kaleidoscope of voices, each sharing their colorful narrative. Whether you're at home, on the go, or just anywhere in between, you're now part of a community that values understanding, inclusivity, and the beauty of diversity. So plug in your headphones, get comfortable, and let's connect through the power of our shared stories. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on the Diversity Connector podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Her Story Circle. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today I am graced with the presence of yet another fascinating woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our show. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, how old you are, and share your story with us today.
Thank you for having me this morning. I'm excited to be here, Gertrude, and with your listeners. My name is Pallavi Pande. I am calling in from Portland, Oregon, United States. I'm going to be turning 40 this year, so this is a special year, 2024. Yay! And my business name is Detox, spelled as DTOCS, detox.com. I am a passionate mompreneur from Oregon, like I mentioned. And the heart behind the brand Detox, it is inspired by my childhood memories of being able to eat on banana leaves. And if you're wondering, where does this childhood memory come from, or where does this culture comes from? It is, of course, from India, because that is where I was born and I was brought up in India. And as a child, I used to enjoy eating on banana leaves with my family whenever we traveled. Even today, when I travel with my two girls who are 11-year-old and 9 years old, we do get to experience the whole culture of eating on banana leaves. And that is something I miss dearly here in the United States. So that was the whole common practice of being able to enjoy what is in nature, which is a renewable resource, the areca palm leaf that is on the ground. We make sure that we pick up that leaf and we convert them into sustainable dishes like plate, bowl, spoons, straws, etc., and we can today provide it to the consumer who's looking for better alternatives to cheap paper, toxic plastic, and expensive bamboo. So basically, I wanted to bring in the concept of being able to use natural renewable resources to the Western world, and that is how Detox, the brand, was started almost 5 years ago. So I became the mompreneur who rescues fallen palm leaves and gives them one more use to create sustainable dishes. And again, the brand name, if you're wondering, how did that come to be Detox with a non-standardized spelling of the word detox? So here is the inspiration behind it. It, of course, echoes with the word detox, which means a cleansing journey. And here I am providing an option, a healthier choice to go with the cleansing journey with palm leaves, fallen palm leaves, in fact, for the body and the environment. So something inside and outside, both. So that is why the brand name Detox has come into play. And if you're wondering what it's spelled as, it is DTOCS. So here I am trying to put a little fun in the word functional and a little able in sustainable. So I wanted to make a product that is actually sustainable as well as functional, because I'm an entertainer and I entertain and host a lot at our home. And I was very tired of the trash or the landfill that I was creating during entertaining, because there were so many paper plates, so many plastic plates that I was using and throwing right after hosting. So I wanted to be a better parent. I wanted to be a more responsible human being. And that is why I went back to India to find my raw material, which was fallen palm leaves, to create my brand. And at the end of the day, my heart was in supporting the community where I belong, where I grew up, where I was born. So I wanted to give back to the livelihoods of the women back in India. And that's where we manufacture our products currently. And we supply to the consumers here in the United States and now Canada. So you can find our sustainable single use products in the United States as well as in Canada. And the best way to look us up would be on our website, detox.com. And another fact would be we also sell on Amazon United States and Amazon Canada, Walmart.com, Wayfair.com, and a couple of other online retail channels. So now a fun fact for you guys would be the meaning of my name. You will not believe what I have for getting into this business venture was the meaning of my name. Pallavi in our Indian culture, in our language, in Hindi, means a leaf. And when I found that out, I was like, I was destined to do this. I was destined to bring up a brand which is so close to my heart and where my values align, where my heart aligns, where my soul aligns. And to going back to the history of entrepreneurship, I do want to state that there were two other brands that I did start before having a successful brand today, which is Detox. So if you're asking me, did I ever wanted to become a businesswoman? No, I didn't know if I wanted to venture in business, but here I am today after 5 years venturing into a successful brand because I believe in my own products. I believe in the value that I'm trying to create for the product that I myself use in my house. So this is the story behind Detox. And we are committed to providing quality products to our consumers who are eco friendly, who are conscious about the products they use, not only for their bodies, but also for the environment. So here I stand for the people, for the planet, and for parties. And I welcome you all to this podcast and encourage you to connect with me on social media and have any questions answered.
Thank you so much for sharing this amazing story with us. It's just fascinating when I talk to entrepreneurs who come up with these creative ideas that are not just generating an income for you and your family, but you're basically leaving the planet a better place than you found it. And it's really awesome to see. So, you came up in a family, obviously, that has people who are creative. Your motto reveals or revolves around responsible living towards nature, kids, and the community. Can
Correct.
you share the specific moment or experience that inspired you to start? Was it something that you saw? Was it excess plastic? What made you focus on sustainability, community, and usability in your business?
Thank you for asking that question. And again, if you ask me, did I pay attention to what's happening around me? Earlier, not so much, but after I became a parent, after I had all the reasons to role model to my children and to just teach them what I wasn't doing better, with the hope that I can create a better tomorrow for them, I wanted to blend my tradition of eating on leaves with the convenience of being able to host at home. Like I said, I entertain a lot, and I just wanted some product which is not only for the people, but also for the planet. And that was where my inspiration came from, being eco conscious, being able to care for our bodies as well as for the environment. And I wanted to create the sustainable single use tableware so that we can have fun and have that quality time on the weekend without having to worry about the dishes in the sink. And that's where I was like, there will be so many people like me, busy parents, busy entrepreneurs, just busy people who want to just relax and at the same time have the convenience of use and throw, but at the same time be responsible, be more conscious.
Yeah. So, Detox offers tableware made from naturally fallen palm leaves,
Correct.
emphasizing sustainability and compostability as well. How do you ensure that your products are both eco friendly and of high quality for daily use and special events?
Great question again. And again, this is where I differ from the competitors as a premium mompreneur brand, is because we take pride in our quality. So we've done some extreme testings, and we've had some reviews from top chefs where they have written to us that they were able to use similar products from other brands, where they found our products to be the most exclusively quality wise great, because they were able to do a lot more stuff with the products a number of times. So that is a first hand on reviews from people.
Yeah.
Second is we do have certifications that show that our products can compost in 90 days. So when we say that our products are sustainable, we really back it up with science and with facts, which is the question the consumer should ask is, when people say products are compostable or biodegradable, what does that mean? In how many days? In how many years? And that is where we pride in saying that our products compost in 90 days in the backyard as well as in commercial composting. And to back that up, we are working with Composting Manufacturing Alliance, also the short form for CMA, which is based here in Washington, Seattle. And they back us up saying, yes, our products are compostable in 90 days. So that is how we communicate our message to the consumer, showing that we do produce responsible products for the people and planet.
So, your company employs a majority of female workforce. Can you elaborate on the positive impact that this has on your business and the local community and how it aligns with your mission?
I would love that, because our inspiration was not only to produce products. So I wanted this brand to be more than products. I want this to be a revolution, somewhere where we can provide livelihoods to women. So like I said, because of that reason, I manufacture in India, because that gives employment to the women and they're able to be the bread earners, improve their own livelihoods. And at the same time, what we also do is we donate sewing machines to the women in India so that they can keep, so that they can have employment, they can bring in money into the family, as well as we also take care of their children. We make sure they go to school, so we donate a part of our profits to their livelihood. So this is a way how we are building our community in India. But then I felt, after having profits in the business, that the borders should not stop us from making an impact. So that is how we have now started also impacting small business, which is a nonprofit here in Portland, Oregon, where I live. It is called Greater Than. And here in Greater Than Portland, what we do is we advocate for equitable education for the underrepresented children. And we donate a part of our profits to this nonprofit. So this is how we are building communities globally, not just in India, not just in the United States, but as we grow our business, as we grow our sales, as we grow our consumer, we want to say that when a consumer buys a product, a part of that profit goes towards these lives, whether it's for children or for women.
So, part of your proceeds, as you said, are going to education for underprivileged local communities in India. Can you
Yes.
share some stories or examples of how these contributions have made a difference in the lives of individuals and the communities that you support?
I would love that, because I was recently in India for our collaboration with a nonprofit where we
Okay.
donated the sewing machines. So I'll give you a very small, very cute story here. What happened was I was donating them the sewing machine. So, for example, there was one woman who actually leased the whole shop, which was way worth more than the cost of the sewing machine. And I was surprised that even before I handed her the sewing machine, she had the whole lease to a shop, and she had kept the whole inauguration of her new shop for me. So when I visited her to
Wow.
hand her off the sewing machine, she made me cut the ribbon for her shop. And that was such a rewarding moment to see what we can do to people's life, how we can spark that inspiration in them, because they know they can do something. And it's all about giving them that support, that resource, and believing in them that yes, you can do it. So she was so happy to start her shop with one sewing machine, and she was confident that she would thrive, she would survive, and she would have customers, and she would make money and profit. So that
Love
was
it.
I was blown away with that motivation.
That's awesome. So Detox has been recognized with several awards, including the Nexty Award at the Natural Foods Expo.
Correct.
How do these accolades help in spreading awareness about your social impact initiatives and
Mhm.
promoting sustainable living?
That's a great question again, because when you start as a small business, as a small brand. With these accolades in time, with your achievements, whether it's with your revenue, whether it's with your number of consumers, or whether it's with the impact that you're trying to create. For example, in the last 5 years, we have been able to eliminate 10 million paper or plastic plates by selling our sustainable plates, whether it's at homes or at events. So, whether it's in whatever style you're trying to make an impact. And like I also said, even with your social impact accolades, when you get these achievements, when you get these awards, they definitely bring more eyes and ears to a small brand. And
Mm,
then that is what helps them being more recognized, getting more exposure, getting more visibility, and getting in front of more consumers who really want to uh, support or back brands that have a mission, that want
yeah,
to achieve something, and really participate with them so that they can achieve what they're trying to achieve. So I really have to say it's all because of the people, because of the conscious consumer who has backed us up in buying from us, in supporting from us, and in actually helping us support the women workers and the children that we're trying to help with our sales.
I absolutely love this. By eliminating the usage of 10 million paper and plastic plates in the US in the last 5 years,
Mhm.
what challenges did you face during this journey and how did you overcome them?
Oh, the challenges have still not gone. There's every day a challenge, because every day, whenever I show our plates to people, the surprising fact is that they look like bamboo. They look exactly like
Yeah,
bamboo because they're very woody, they're
yeah,
brown in texture. So the challenge every day for me is I have to stop the person and say, "Oh, this is not wood or this is not bamboo. This is actually a fallen palm leaf." So of course the challenges are every day. And this is a very small challenge that I have to navigate every day whenever I'm telling the consumer, whenever I'm making them aware of what I have to offer. So that is a very small one. But apart from that, it has been a very big challenge because I come from a minority business owner background. So, talk about other people from my community, perhaps, let's say, South Asian Indian people in the business world. I don't come across any. And even if I do, there's not much or many that do something like I do. Mostly people are in either in CPG, where they are making a product that you can consume, like eat, or something else, a service. So it's been very challenging to find other community members that do something like I do, and just being a part of a community and being motivated every day to keep creating products and making an impact.
So, as a mompreneur and the owner of Detox, how
Mhm.
do you manage the demands of running a successful business while balancing your family lives? And what tips can you give other aspiring mompreneurs?
Thank you for asking. And again, I will say I don't believe in balancing so much as I believe in blending. So that has been my
Okay.
lifestyle. I have been able to blend my work and my personal life. And I totally say it is because the kind of product that I have, because I can use my product every day in my own meals. And at the
Yes.
same time, while I'm eating, I'm able to create content for myself. And also, I will say the support of family is so important that even if I am not thinking about taking a picture of my food on my own product, my kids
Yes.
think about it or my friends think about it. And as I'm eating or enjoying my meal, there's somebody who's taking a picture and sharing that with me, which eventually becomes my own content for my own brand. So I
Oh,
think
yes.
I've been so lucky, and I feel really grateful that I've
Yeah.
been able to blend my products into my own lifestyle. And that is the only tip I will say. If you are a business owner, if you're really trying to be authentic, think about really being authentic, which means really being truthful and not being able to stage anything or make anything up. If I'm eating and if I have a dirty background, I don't care. If I have to click a picture of my own picture with my own smile, I will speak out from my heart and my eyes to the consumer, like saying, "I'm using it, so should you." And
I
I'll give
love
my
it.
reason. So really being authentic is the most
Yeah.
important part. And you don't have to resonate with 100% people. There could be 50%,
Yeah.
They could be 60% people, but they are your community. They are your niche. And they are the people actually who could be looking for something that you have to offer.
So your brand actively engages with both local and global communities through partnerships and support for nonprofits. What advice do you have for other entrepreneurs looking to incorporate social impact initiatives in their businesses effectively?
For that, I will start with saying that you have to do in order to get somewhere. So doing itself is doing
Yes.
something big, and you have to get yourself out there, because if you're not, there's no eyes that are seeing you. So there's less chances of strategic partnerships or collaborations or even people reaching out to you. So when you're doing something, you have to give it 100%. You have to just be there, do something. And like I said, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be all perfect. It just can be authentic, and you start slowly. And my
Yes.
motto for this year, 2024, something I've learned in the last 5 years is
Mm.
slowly is the new, faster way to do anything. So take your
Wow.
time, have a plan, and it can
Hmm.
be slow. It can be slow growth. That's fine, unless you're backed up by investors and you have like big aspiring goals to scale 10 times. If that's your
Hmm.
goal, then yes, you need to give 200% of what you're doing. But for people who really want to get out there, to get into these strategic partnerships or have more eyeballs on them, to have these stories, these collaborations, you really have to step out and do, because doing is powerful.
Yeah. So, in your experience, how can businesses encourage and inspire consumers to make more sustainable choices in their everyday lives, especially when it comes to products like tableware or dining options?
Again, our aim is to offer green and convenient, healthier options, which are like our sustainable tableware. And what
Wow.
I will say is today I see social media as a blank billboard. It doesn't
Okay.
cost money, and it's up to you what or how you put your messaging out there. So if you're a
Mm.
brand, it's important to have a two-way communication. It cannot just be a one-way communication, what you always offer. It always has to be an open two-way communication, so that the consumer can come back to you with either feedback, with either what they want from you, so that you can create the value what they want. So that is something I will say, use social media to create that brand messaging, that commitment to your consumers, and actually give it to them what they are looking for, what they're asking for. So definitely using social media is important for
Okay.
creating your brand, to reaching out to people and giving
Mhm.
them that choice, because at the end of the day, it's about empowering your consumer with a choice and leaving it to them what they want to choose. But again, you have to
Yes.
believe in yourself, you have to believe in your messaging, you have to believe in your brand, you have to believe in your commitment that you
Yeah.
can offer what the consumer is asking for, and they will prove you right, because they will eventually buy from you if you're speaking the right message to them.
So, looking ahead, what are your future goals and aspirations for Detox in terms of sustainability, community impact, and expanding your reach both in the United States and globally?
Great question again, because you said the word expansion. That is what we're looking for. Today, our business model is direct to consumer, whether it's through our own website, through Amazon, or other online channels, as well
Right.
as we cater a lot to business to business.
Okay.
And with these models, our goal is to go global. We want to have consumers use our product globally, not just here in United States or in Canada. But again, slowly is the new fastest. So
Yes.
having strategies, having able to capture a lot more volumes, more consumers in one place is how we plan to expand globally. So that is one of our goals for 2024. And again, another one is getting awareness to our consumer. Like I said, I even struggle today to tell people that our products are made from leaves, and it is very hard for them to believe that. And they're like, "Oh, get out! No, this doesn't look like a leaf." I think
Oh,
more campaigns that are dedicated to making them aware of
yes.
how our products are made behind the scenes, taking them to our women workers in India, showing them how they're made. I think that's what I want to focus on
Oh,
in
I love
2024.
it.
That is one of our goals.
I absolutely love it. So now let me take you back to the past. We're going to have a little time experiment.
Hmm.
I could teleport you back to the beginning of this journey, to that young woman who had this vision, this dream to go into the business world. If you could go back and give yourself three nuggets of wisdom
Mhm.
based on what life has taught you up until this point, what would those three nuggets of wisdom be?
Thank you for asking. My first nugget comes from my past experience, which is I did have two other businesses before having Detox today. So my first nugget comes from there is do your market research. If you think you can take a product and just sell it, maybe yes, up to a certain point, but if you really want to real have a real impact while selling that product, you really have to do your homework, which is do a market research, whether why the consumer will buy something from you and how you can really craft your story alongside with that. So, first, do your market research. Second, be able to craft your story. Like today, when I tell people, it is because I grew up with palm leaves in India. It is because I host my parties with palm leaves tableware because they are sustainable choices compared to paper and plates. And I want to leave a better future for our kids, the coming generations, is why somebody should buy. So, those are the two nuggets. And the third one definitely is doing is powerful, and you will never know what you're capable of until you try, until you go in the market and you try to sell something with the market research backed up and with your story. The third one is go sell it, go create a brand, go give it your 100% because doing is powerful. So, those are my three nuggets.
And now we're going to teleport you into the future. And I'm going to take you to meet the 100-year-old you
Oh
with
boy.
science and technology and what you're doing with sustainability. You might live that long.
Mhm.
If I could take you into the future and you could meet the 100-year-old you, and she's sitting in her rocking chair, surrounded by her children, her grandchildren, your dogs, your cats, whoever is there with you in the end.
Mhm.
What would you say to this wise woman who has led you on this amazing journey to get to that point?
I think I would definitely have a glass of wine in my hand with a cheese platter and, of course, on my sustainable tableware. And I would give a pat on my back or my chest and say to myself, saving the world has not been so easy. So, definitely contributing to the world's plastic problem or the landfill problem, contributing to eliminating that has been very rewarding. So, that would be my first um, pat to myself that I paid attention to that problem and I did something about it and contributed it by providing my sustainable tableware. So that is something I would really feel proud of. Then I would sip on my glass of wine. And third, I would go into my kitchen and look at my dish, which would be free of dirty dishes because I would be using my own tableware. And hopefully, I will have rippled that practice into the world, which is no paper plates, no plastic plates, and more of sustainable options, whether it's um, something that's reusable or my own tableware. So this would be my ideal lifestyle once I'm 100 years old, and hopefully I'm able to chew on that cheese on my tableware because I'll still have my teeth intact.
I love your sense of humor. That is just absolutely amazing. Now,
Thank you.
I work with a number of initiatives in Africa. I seed grassroots projects to get women out of poverty in a very similar way to what you're doing in India.
Mhm.
Are you open to any collaborations in Africa? We have women who are looking for work, looking for opportunities to start sewing projects. Right now, we're trying to collect sewing machines to make reusable sanitary pads. Are you open to conversations like that, collaborations like that?
Yes, definitely we can talk about it because again, our commitment is to empowering women, inspiring others, and really having an impact on the environment at the same time promote social responsibility.
Yes.
Again, more than our products, we do want to showcase and support sustainable choices. So I think one important thing that you said is when the women are trying to work with sewing machines.
Yes.
Like this year, we did the impact in a nonprofit in India on the women empowerment in South Africa. So definitely, we're open to uh, supporting that. And the second thing that I would like to say is something that is on our mind is expanding our product portfolio, which means we do try to look for products that are sustainable from around the world, which could mean that if the women in South Africa are making some products that today the consumer demands and wants, we can actually totally take the products from South Africa and put it under our brand umbrella and see how the consumer reacts to it. So that is
Sounds
something we're
good.
open to. Yes.
Oh, I love that. Wow. So you and I are going to have a lot to talk about. This has been just one of the most fascinating interviews I've done in a very long time. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing, the contribution you're making to leave this planet a better place than we found it. I think that's what all social entrepreneurs are doing. Your story is truly, truly inspiring. Thank you so much for coming online today.
Thank you for having me, Gertrude. And cheers to healthier and greener choices. Excited to be here.
So don't go away. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in today. The Her Story Circle is bringing you stories from all over the world, from phenomenal entrepreneurs, mentors, coaches, women from all walks of life, sharing their stories to uplift, energize, and inspire you. Come back again tomorrow when I interview yet another amazing guest. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and bye for now. Thanks again for the interview.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap, everybody, on today's episode of the Diversity Connector podcast. Thank you for tuning in and being part of our vibrant and global conversation. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and it's been an honor to share this space with you, where voices from all walks of life come together to weave a tapestry of diverse perspectives. Remember, every story you've heard today is a thread in the larger fabric of our shared humanity. So, as you step back into your world, carry these stories with you and let them inspire you to embrace and celebrate the rich diversity around us. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us share these inspiring stories with more listeners. Do follow us on social media by looking for the Diversity Connector podcast for more updates. Until then, keep connecting, keep listening, and keep celebrating the beauty of diversity. This is the Diversity Connector podcast signing off. Stay curious, stay open, and definitely